Okay.
My screen says it's now streaming live.
Yep. Okay, you're good to go.
Okay, I'll call us to order at 5:02 for our special meeting. We have one item on the agenda tonight, although modifications or additions, Michael?
None from staff.
Okay, then staff report on our one item. I think Kevin, you'll take us through that.
Yeah, just real briefly, just want to give a quick update on the other 5 agencies and their efforts to adopt the memo of understanding. October 13th, the city of Hood River passed their MOU. On the 19th, Hood River County. October 20th, both Klickitat County and the city of Bingen. And on October 21st, the city of White Salmon passed the MOU. As you know, the MOU was on the commission's October 20th agenda, but there was consensus to schedule a special meeting to further discuss concerns related to future bridge management and the creation of a new entity. Staff has discussed elements of the MOU with members of the commission and noted concerns related to the possible creation of a new agency. And just to summarize, the main elements included identifying opportunities to engage the departments of transportation on to take the project over, legislation that would allow for the transfer of responsibility to the DOTs, that the sole purpose of the Bridge Authority is the bridge replacement itself, and the Bridge Authority would cease operations when no longer required, and that staff would continue to report back to the bi-state working group and the member agencies as to how we're accomplishing and incorporating those goals. So with that, Commissioner Everett, I'll turn it back to you, and certainly available for any questions if it can help.
Okay. So I think everybody was, well aware of the issue. And Dave and Michael, thanks very much. Worked out language that was acceptable, and it's in our packet. So I open it up for either take a motion and we can discuss there, or have discussion now if anybody has issues they'd like to bring up around it.
Yeah, I would like to say, and I appreciate the wording or the recommendation with regard to follow up beyond the MOU. I do agree there. We really cannot fail to pass the memorandum of understanding, and we would look terrible, and deservedly, if we didn't do it. The other agencies have already, or entities have already done so, and so if we modified the resolution itself and sent it back through again, that's going to look at this point would be the last to do it, and then we fool with it and they all have to take it up again. That's not a good situation for us to be in. My primary concern, as I raised it the last time, was I wanted to make sure that the other entities and the members of the bi-state working group are conscious of what I consider to be a critical need to engage WashDOT and ODOT in this as we go forward. There's no way we could ever, whether it's us or a bridge authority, manage a bridge as efficiently as those two agencies can with their billions of federal and state dollars already in their pockets. Just as an illustration, of the 9 bridges that cross the Columbia River, with one end in Washington and one in Oregon, 7 of them have no tolls. They're either owned or operated by either the state of Washington, the state of Oregon, or a combination thereof. On a couple of bridges, I think the 2 dots coordinate and collaborate on that 7 of the 9 bridges are done that way. The other 2 are us and Cascade Locks, obviously, that are owned by other entities. Frankly, that's why we have tolls. 2 of the bridges in the past did have tolls, the one in Astoria and the one in Umatilla, but when the debt was retired, the tolls went away. we would not have that luxury in Hood River County or in the Gorge unless it is owned and operated by one of the state agencies with their federal and state dollars to do so. So anyway, that's been my point. I think this conveys it well. I would ask Christy and John in your working group discussions that you, I guess, emphasize that this is the action of the commission if this is approved to do it, to make sure that it and that it's related to the full governing bodies of those entities. Originally, I'd hoped it would actually go to the governing bodies, but I don't want to discredit or offend anyone in the working group. So we'll route it back through that. But I do hope that we convey this message pretty clearly to them for future consideration. So that's what I had to say about it.
Okay.
Dave, thank you for your thoughtfulness and thoroughness. And absolutely, we are constantly conveying that the best situation for the residents of both sides of the river is DOT to take it over. We'd love for them to take it over now.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I would add to that this won't be the last round where we'll be bringing verbiage and documents back to the Port of Hood River Commission. There'll be other opportunities to make sure that the language is suitable. Okay. So are we ready for a motion in that case?
Genevieve, can you put the language back up on the screen? I'd be happy to make a motion.
So just to be clear, there are two separate motions here.
Okay, so I'll do the first one. I recommend to approve, I make a motion to approve memorandum of understanding formalizing a bi-state working group for the replacement of the Hood River White Salmon Toll Bridge and authorize Commission President Everett to execute the MOU on behalf of the Port of Hood River.
Do I hear a second?
Strike second.
And moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Strike aye.
Shepherd, aye.
Merriweather and Strike. Shepherd
Chapman, aye.
Shepherd's aye.
and Chapman.
Aye.
Everett, aye, passes. And on the second motion,
Do we need to read the whole thing as part of the motion, or can we just reference item 2?
I think you could reference it.
Yeah, I would move that we direct staff as contained in the memorandum item 2.
Chapman, second.
Shepherd will second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Merriweather, aye.
Chapman, aye.
Strike aye.
Shepherd, aye.
Everett, aye, passes.
Great, thank you.
Okay, we're done unless anybody
Hey,
adjourned.
John, can you bring a signed copy down to the office?
Of the, sure.
At your
Yeah.
convenience.
Yeah, tomorrow, I can maybe, I'll drop by one by tomorrow.
Great. And then Jen, I don't know if you can scan it and send it to me.
Yeah, I think we have signature lines for, is there a signature line just for John?
There is. And
Okay,
then I've got the other 5 and then I'll scan them and incorporate them into a single document.
okay.
Yeah,
Either
Thank you,
way,
everybody.
or I could do DocuSign for it, whichever you prefer is fine.
Yeah,
I'm happy to run up to your house, John, no problem.
that's fine. I'll be out and about tomorrow. But the signature page has place for all 6 signatures, right?
correct.
So I just sign my line and drop it off.
Yep, and then I'll scan them and incorporate them and send them out to all 6 agencies.
Okay, that works.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right.
Do you want to adjourn officially?
Oh, yes, we're adjourned. At,
Bye-bye.